Fill me in. Why do I feel like I was blindsided out there?
Because you were. Look, but that's okay, all right? It's the last trick Othello's got up his sleeve.
Yo, fam, he's really gonna offer 3 first-round draft picks on top of me. For Shep? I mean, is Philly gonna sign off on that?
It's unclear.
There's more support for the trade on social than I would like to see.
What does that mean?
I'd say it's about a 50-50 split at this point.
Good thing Social isn't in charge of the roster.
All right. Look, it still wouldn't hurt to fight that battle, son.
Okay, but we've already talked about this. We're not gonna fight this fight in the press.
I'm not talking press. I'm talking about on the court. Look, Othello put his cards on the table. It's you versus Shep now.
Okay, hasn't it always been?
Yeah, but never this directly. Look, you've got an opportunity to put this thing to bed once and for all. All you've got to do is outperform Shep. Boya hasn't pulled the trigger yet, which means he's still not sold. But there's a microscope on you two now. Look, if you go out there and you whoop Shep's behind on the stat sheet, there's no way Phil would trade you.
Rick,
look, how could he?
Rick, you know I'm not about the stats, man. I've never been about that.
But you are about this city. I know you're a team-first guy on P, but I don't see anything wrong with calling your number a little more than usual if it's gonna get you to stay. You can't win a ring in this city if Othello trades you.
So it's me versus Shep.
Mm-hmm. It's you versus Shep, babe.
You got to end this, MP. Once and for all.
The myth, the legend.
Hey, MP.
Middle part of the season, Grant, what are the biggest challenges for players?
Well, BA, it's mental, physical, and emotional fatigue. Night in and night out, you have to stay focused. With the amount of games teams play, all those back-to-backs, traveling across the country, bringing it every time out can be difficult.
MP announced as the NBA Player of the Week. What an honor.
It is, and I must say, a very deserving selection. MP had a great week, and he hopes that play continues tonight.
From deep, here's Simmons. Rebound by the Magic. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
And they'll meet 3 times overall. A little bit of a tone setter here tonight.
The first time you face a team in the season, that's when you're looking to take that mental advantage. Demonstrate you're better, and that could make it easier down the road.
First personal foul.
Against anything can be a foul, all right? Now Ross providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Fast break, Brooklyn. From deep, here's Simmons. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
First quarter, just over a minute played.
He's sure drawing those whistles. A couple of quick.
Orlando trailing here. Royce O'Neal is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's MP. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Curry in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Fultz. O'Neal pulls it in. Brooklyn has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. From deep, here's Simmons. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Simmons has got 6.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Clark, as with most young teams, the Magic struggle with consistency.
Look, BA, that's just how the NBA can be for young teams. I mean, it's a hard league, a really hard league. It's tough. Everybody's good. But there are some benefits to going through the growing pains of being young. You learn on the fly. And there's no better teacher than experience, which comes from reps and time on the floor together. And ultimately, you hope it pays dividends going forward. Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Banchero. Inside. And Carter gets it to go on the assist from Banchero. Carter's got his first 2 points of the night.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
And that was the mobile 1 drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
He made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Now here's Fultz. Hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Pass to Banchero. And here's Carter. Takes a 3. And the 3-pointer goes. Carter's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Now here's Fultz. Fade away. That one is off. And Brooklyn going the other way now.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, they're looking to battle back. That's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, it's a new day in Orlando. Magic head coach Jamal Mosley continues to lay the foundation for the team they want to be. A, quote, tough-talking, tied-together defensive team that plays offensively with pace, space, and the pass. Brian, say that 5 times fast.
Well done, Allie. Thank you. It'll be fun to watch him build.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Now here's Fultz. No good.
Well, you look at Seth Curry. For his career, around 44% from long range. That's easily top 5 in NBA history. Now, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And it's Wagner missing. That's Seth Curry, one of the elite shooters in league history. But his road to the NBA was no red carpet, Grant.
So true. I mean, after graduating from Duke in 2013, a couple years in the G League proving himself, the questions were about his defense, but that stroke was never in question.
For 3, O'Neal gets the 3 ball to go. O'Neal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's... Substitution here for Brooklyn. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for O'Neal. Harris is checked in for Curry. And it's Thomas in for Irving. So Orlando going with an almost entire new group here. Wagner's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Okeke. Ross, he's checked in for Wagner. And Cole Anthony subbed in for Fultz. Harris finds Simmons. Outside Durant. Outside Simmons. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Simmons has got 24 points.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Now here's Ross. Pass to Banchero. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. Oh, it's stolen. Isaac outside. Out left to the wing. Ooh, poked away. Anthony outside. Isaac with a screen on Simmons. Leans from outside.
When Harris gives you this type of energy on defense, that's a huge bonus.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the Nets running away with it. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
We appreciate you joining us at halftime. Tonight we tip off with a check on the injury situation.
Needless to say, losing Ben Simmons wasn't part of the plan. The rebounding, the ball handling, the passing, it's a big loss for him.
Yeah, he's a unique player. Hard to replace what he gives him. Switching focus now, a tremendous showing in the first half for the Nets.
They've got the defense seeing double. Quick ball movement. Defenders are a step behind. It's no wonder this lead is probably insurmountable.
Inside, outside, dink, dunk, swing. I'm dizzy. That's why I'm about to drink some of this shake.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And when you're trying to slow down a top scorer, often the game plan is to get physical. Grant, you would know better than anybody. What's it like in the trenches here?
Well, BA, it's interesting. I mean, it can wear on you. It's a mental challenge. When you're in the trenches trying to slow down a great offensive player, it really becomes a battle of wills. You have to stay focused. You have to be disciplined. And most importantly, you just cannot take a play off and allow a great player to get going.
On the court for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero at the forward slot. Cole Anthony out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Carter in at the 5. And it's Simmons missing. The Magic shooting around.
His third personal foul. First team foul.
He is. I mean, he surprises you with how much lift he gets. Fearless when he's going at the rim. He's caught a number of defenders off guard with that burst.
Pass to Ross. Now here's Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Carter finds Anthony. There's the triple. Brooklyn with the board.
they've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard. Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's Banchero taking command on offense when they need it, putting up 21 a game. Carter, a screen on Simmons. Anthony misses. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Shoots from the line. Count the basket. Irving's got 6.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Picked by Carter. Here's Anthony. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Here's Banchero. Pass to Ross. Here's Banchero. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Devon Sharp. And at the line, 1 time.
And the free throw, no good. Orlando has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Harris against Anthony. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
Yeah, he's going to flush it every time when he's that close to the rim. You can't allow him to get that kind of position.
A deep 3 from MP. And so it's Brooklyn cruising into the next quarter.
Brooklyn, 73. Magic, 43. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your next usage team.
Substitutions. Wagner, the pass to Carter. Here's Banchero, guarded by Durant. 1:46 left in the final quarter. Back to Anthony. Pass to Banchero. On the wing, Isaac. 6 to shoot. To the right side. This one for 3. Banchero, no good. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter.
Had their fingerprints all over this matchup tonight. Just an impressive victory for the Nets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
Looking at this year so far, this will make 22 wins for them.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet. The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
They've got Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then it's MP. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
Boy, he sure can fill it up. You got to stay in his jersey.
To the middle. Picked it.
Nets foul. 4th personal foul. 4th team foul.
Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
Brooklyn making some changes. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Morris comes in for O'Neal. And it's Thomas in for Durant. Okiki's checked in for Orlando. Ross comes in for Carter. Outside Simmons. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Anthony with it. So we see the Nets taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. So long, everybody.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone.
Decision making. Plus, I put on music to keep the adrenaline up.
Nice. That's why your head is always rocking like a.
MP, what's up, man? What's going on, man? Not much. Just figured I'd get some fresh air. Figured I'd come down to the Duke Court and see what's going on down here.
How's the league been treating you? You adjusting all right?
I mean, I can't complain. The only thing that's really giving me trouble is how to be a lead at this level, really.
What do you mean?
I mean, fam, I'm used to like leading college freshmen. Now I got 10-year vets. That's a whole different type of pressure right there.
Don't worry about the pressure. At this level, it's about talent. If you've got talent, it doesn't matter how old you are. People expect you to produce. If you produce, you'll earn people's respect.
I mean, that's easy coming from you. What? The first overall pick, first team all rookie, what? Fourth youngest all-star of all time?
I thought I was the third youngest.
Nah, you fourth, bro. I just looked it up.
I guess you know then.
So that's it, man? Just produce.
That's it. If you want to be a leader, you got to give people a reason to follow you. You got to not only produce, but uplift your teammates with your play. That's what makes someone special in this league.
You over here dropping gems, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Anytime, bro. Don't mention it.
He's about to tear it
saw the WNBA launch the Commissioner's Cup, but what are your thoughts, Doris, about a mid-season tournament being added to the NBA?
Kevin, it's hard not to look at the positive effect that the play-in situation has had on the NBA. Think about it, how much more competitive games are down the stretch of the regular season. So because of that success, I am very open to adding a mid-season tournament.
And now Washington's starting group. Morris and Beal are the guards. Avdia in at the small forward with Kuzma at power forward. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's Simmons. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post. A three-pointer is right on target. Simmons got his team on the board to start the game for the Nets. And you look at the activities MP has done since being drafted. He has made it a point, Greg, to win over the heart of this city.
And Kevin, that work has paid off. You get the sense now that he has more fans than detractors. Every little bit helps when you're in MP's shoes.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And over the last couple of seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game. And the Wizards with possession. 6-point game. Morris passes to Kuzma. Back to Morris. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by Morris. For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, he signs a big 3-year deal, traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
And here's Kuzma after the three-pointer from Simmons. A 3 from Morris. Good on the triple.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Now, here is Irving. Right now, he's averaging 11 points a game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Porzingis sets the pick for Beal. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Took him no time at all on that one. Simmons got 12.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Morris with a screen on Irving. Beal with it. He's picked up by Irving. Avdia can't hit. And here are the Nets. They're on a 12-3 run. Claxton sinks that one from the post.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
1:52 left in the first quarter. To the paint, here's Avdia.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with...
Out there on the... And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience. Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And a player opt-out for Kyle Kuzma after this season. GA probably hoping to earn himself a raise.
Yeah, and he's a worker looking to round out his game and take that next step as he's just entering his prime.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Porzingis with a screen on Curry. Shoots from the baseline. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Harris kicks to Simmons. A three-pointer, no good. Wizards trail by 13. Barton dishes to Morris. Pass to Kuzma. The Wizards working the ball around now. Gafford sets the pick for Barton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets it.
First personal foul. First team foul. Will Barton.
In the next is a player. How do you adjust to that?
Man, it's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Seth Curry.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Morris finds Kuzma. Morris with a screen on O'Neal. Just his first attempt. No good off the back of the rim. Nets leading by 14. And there's the pass to Irving. And here's Simmons for three. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Barton outside. Kuzma outside. Porzingis sets the pick for Kuzma. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Now, passing may be the most overlooked aspect of Kevin Durant's game, but you know he wants his teammates to feel good.
Wizards trail by 17. Knocked loose and stolen by Simmons. Here's Claxton. Plays it up off the glass. Claxton's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're coming up.
Along the way.
Brooklyn with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. A three-point shooting is
60. The Wizards, 30.
Welcome, everyone, to tonight's show. Kicking things off, let's see some of the names on the injury list around the league.
Obviously a big hole to fill in the middle with Rudy Gobert out, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
I mean, the guy's a game changer with his shot blocking. Tough to replace that kind of presence inside. And circling back to this first half, fellas, a decisive advantage for the Brooklyn Nets.
Their efficiency on offense jumping off the charts in the first half. They've been focused on getting quality looks, and they're shooting a high percentage because of it.
No question they put themselves in a great position right now.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Time now for an injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Brooklyn, and guys, the hamstring. Clearly a serious injury and something that's very painful to deal with. While the season isn't very old, this is still distressing to hear, and somebody is going to have to pick up the slack while he's out. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
So on the floor for Washington, Kuzma will step in at the 4, Porzingis at center. Morris and Beal are the guards. And it's Avdia in at the 3. And the shot goes down.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
Doris, when it comes to Avdia, a guy that does a number of things very well.
He does, Kevin. I think when you think of Avdia, what you think is 3-2 player. Score, rebound, pass it. For Denny, to me, it's all about being more consistent. It is clear this guy has a ton of talent and potential. Now can you do it night after night after night?
Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Nets. And Doris, when healthy, do you think Porzingis can still be in?
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Wizards.
10. And it's 7'3". Because he can space up and make jump shots, he is always valuable. The key to me is 2 things. Stay healthy and make sure you're locked in defensively. He can be a great shot blocker. I think he needs to lock in there.
Didn't think that was going to go in. 34 points for MP.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Morris passes to Kuzma. Avdia with a screen for Kuzma. Outside, Beal. Kuzma outside. The Wizards with another miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Simmons' shot is good.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And Morris has got the ball here for Washington. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And again, Washington no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Passes it to Morris. Here's O'Neal. Outside Irving. Pass to Morris. Clock at 6. O'Neal kicks to Irving. And here's Simmons for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Morris finds Porzingis. Now here's Beal, covered by Irving. Bounce pass from Morris. Porzingis sets the pick for Avdia. Out to Morris. To end the run. No good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Harris is checked in for the Nets. Curry comes in for Irving. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis. Hachimura comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Martin's checked in for Avdia. And it's Wright in for Morris. Simmons left side from outside the arc. And again for 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Now, Kristaps Porzingis famously earned the nickname the Unicorn for his combination of size and skill. A former All-Star, injuries have held him back. But now a new team presents a new opportunity. KP says, I'm going to take my game to the next level because my body is going to be healthy, and that's it. Well, Kevin, let's hope so.
Absolutely. He has had injuries along. David, thanks. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the...
The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 44. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
And Simmons slams it in.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt.
His third personal foul. Team's fifth foul. At the line for the Wizards.
Puts the other side on the line.
And both free throws good for Beal. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Simmons looking around. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour.
Everyone. Is it okay for us to ask them if we don't see them?
If I'm Phil Boyer and my GM is telling me either I go or MP goes, then I'm sorry, but it's you who has to go. MP has been a model citizen and a winning player. There's absolutely no reason to give up on him this early and give away all your draft capital for a player in Shep Owens who, yes, he's looked impressive, but not more impressive than MP, Perk.
JJ, I totally disagree. Othello, I support you, buddy. Phil Boyer should have never overruled you on draft day. And Shep Owens should be playing for the city. Simple as that. And now that you're trying to undo your boss' obvious mistake, they want to make it your problem? Ridiculous.
Perk, you're like a broken record. I know you've got a narrative to support here, but you have to admit that MP has played better than expected.
No, I don't.
Come on.
Well, I didn't expect much, so that's a no big accomplishment. And I'm sorry, JJ, but it's nothing he's done has shown me he has a higher ceiling than Shep. If Shep's team is foolish enough to give him away, I'm giving up MP. I'm giving up my draft picks. I'm giving up everything that's not nailed down. You want to win a chip someday? Shep is that dude.
Carry on. Just wanted to give it a go.
I like it, though.
Thank you.